Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a reading for the month of September. Okay, so I'm just going to pull a few cards for the energies of September, and I might pull a few cards for each zodiac sign also. So a bit like what I did for the August reading, I'm just gonna go with it, go with the flow, see how it goes. I've had a bit of a break from filming, so I'm feeling very refreshed and it is good to be back, okay? So before I start with the cards, I just want to kind of talk about the energy that I'm feeling for September. You know, I really feel like it's an energy of us being kind to ourselves, being good to ourselves, okay? So we're in Virgo season now, right? It's that time where we kind of pull back, right? If we're looking at the Hermit card in Tarot as being a symbol of Virgo. So to me, September is very much that time in which we kind of gather ourselves after summer, before winter, right? It's a transitional time. We're going into autumn here in the Northern Hemisphere, or we're going into summer in the Southern Hemisphere. I think I've got that right. So this is very much a time of moving through change, right? So I'm in the Northern Hemisphere, so we're going into autumn here, or fall, some of you may call it. And this is very much a time of letting go of things, right? Things that no longer serve us, right? In the way that the trees let go of their leaves. We too let go of things that have become old, things that need to die, right? So that they can be reborn again in spring, okay? It's a time when the nights start getting darker earlier, right? So it's a great time of change, wherever you are in the world. This is a time of change and transition. But it feels really good to me. It feels really kind of almost homely. Not necessarily in the sense of a physical home, but in a sense of us coming home to ourselves, right? A sense of us kind of reconnecting with ourselves in a way that being more outward over the summer months, or being more outward in the last few months, as we're nearing this time, there's a real kind of call to go inwards to connect with ourselves, right? So if you've been feeling that way, then know that that's in tune with the seasons, right? I'm a great believer in kind of being in tune with the seasons, kind of allowing ourselves to change and shift in the same way that nature changes and shifts, right? So autumn is my favourite time of year. So as I start to move into this time of year, I really start to enjoy the weather getting cooler and the nights drawing in, okay? So I'm putting some cards for us here for September, and I saw one. I started shuffling and I saw one. Can't see it anymore, so I'll keep shuffling until another one turns out. So September. Oh, I found it again. So the first card we have here is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So talking about all of this kind of autumn time, it's also a harvest time, okay? If you went to school in the UK, you'll know that Harvest Festival begins, I think it's in October, there's a Harvest Festival. But this is the time of harvest, right? And I see Pentacle cards as being very much kind of harvesty, right? Pentacles symbolize earth, right? So it's that time of kind of earthly abundance. So if we look at the Ten of Pentacles upright, you can see that it's a card of legacy. It's a card of kind of many generations coming together. It's a card of great generational wealth, okay? It's a card of abundance. This is coming up in the reverse. So, you know, I've talked a lot about this being a time of transition, a time of change, but this makes me feel as though some of you may not feel as though you're ready for change, right? So some of you may be feeling that energy of change. You may be feeling the winds of change coming in your life, but you may not feel as though you're ready for the change. And that's a really tricky place to be in, where you can feel it coming, you can feel change happening, where you can see change happening, but it's almost like a part of you is like, wait, don't change yet. I feel like that's where you're at right now. I feel like you're hoping that things won't change, right? Even as you see the changes happening. So a bit of a tricky place to be in, okay? We'll pull some more cards to see how we can manage that energy of feeling the change, but not necessarily feeling ready for the change. And we have the World card. So this is further confirmation that a part of your life has ended, right? A cycle has ended and a new cycle is about to begin. Even if you don't feel ready for it, right? This is the Major Arcana card. So this is saying that something is being kind of thrust upon us by the universe, right? It is out of our control a little bit. So this is very much a cyclical season kind of card where we're talking about a new season of our lives coming, not just a new season in nature, but a new season in our lives. So if you've been feeling that, if you've been feeling like things are changing, that something is closing out, then this is confirmation that it really is. And if you've been worried about not feeling ready for it, this is also confirmation that even if you don't feel like you're ready for it, on some level you are ready for it, because when something closes out, a new thing begins, right? We're talking about nature again. The leaves on the trees don't try to stay on, right? They know when it's their time to come off, right? Nature moves, it changes. And if we can go with the flow in that way, if we can allow things to fall away, if we can allow things to change, then the transition is so much easier, right? Let's pull another one. I feel like I'm going to call this reading something like the winds of change. Okay, and then we have the Empress here in reverse. So that's very interesting. Again, we have another card that is very much about harvest and abundance, right? You can see that she's sitting on literally straw. And the Empress is really a card about Mother Earth, right? I've got a video about this actually in my Learn Tarot With Me series where we talk about the Empress as Mother Earth. So coming out in reverse, again, this is saying to me that there are new things that want to come into our lives, but because of our kind of worry about being ready for them, there may be a little bit of a delay, right? So it's kind of in our best interest to move into flow with the new things coming into our lives and the old things leaving our lives. Because letting go of the old, the reward for letting go of the old is making room for the new, okay? So if we can try not to fight it during this time, if we can try not to fight endings and new beginnings, then that's going to really help us, okay? So easier said than done, right? If something's happening in your life that you really don't want to be happening, it's hard to say, just go with the flow. But if we can do that, then the benefits, the reward of that is we're going to see new things bloom and new things grow, okay? So that's the message for the collective, right? Try and let go of things. Try and allow things to leave so that new things can grow, all right? So what I'm going to do now is just do one card for each sign of the zodiac, okay? So I'm just going to whip through this and then I'll timestamp it. And we'll see if we can get a message for each sign that's more particular to what you may be letting go of and bringing in, okay? So Aries, one card for Aries. We have the Five of Swords. So Aries, now is the time to let go of any kind of combative energy you may be feeling towards another or towards other people. It's about letting go of the need to be right. It's about allowing yourself to kind of pick your battles, to kind of only fight for something when it makes sense to. And this is going to give you a lot of your energy back, Aries, okay? Only fight when it feels worthy of a fight, okay? Be diplomatic when you can. All right, Aries. Taurus. What do I need to see for Taurus right now for the month of September? Taurus, for the month of September. What do we need to see for Taurus for the month of September? And we have Eight of Swords. So this is about letting go of this feeling of restriction, right? So the Eight of Swords is all about people feeling as though they're in a prison of their own making, or feeling like they're in a prison, but it's actually a prison of their own making, okay? So you feel trapped, Taurus, and this card is coming out to say there is a way out, right? You may feel like there isn't, but there is a way out. And so your challenge this month is going to be to find that way out. Okay, so I'll leave that with you. Sometimes I feel as though my role is just to highlight what you already know, right? So if you feel like there's something you're missing, like there is a way out of whatever it is that you're stuck in, then this is confirmation that there is. And your task this month is to find that way out, okay? All right, Taurus. Next, we're going to Gemini. Gemini, what do we need to see for you for the month of September? Okay, Gemini, what do we need to see for you? Oh, and it flew out. I'm going to have to get it because it's on the floor. Oh, and I feel like I just hit my head on the thing. Anyway, Gemini, we have the High Priestess. So this is a card all about going into your intuition. Today I'm really tapping into the energy of passivity, right? So This is not a time for you to do much, Gemini, right? This is a time for you to allow things to happen, right? Sometimes that's really hard to step back and let things happen in our lives without trying to steer it or control what happens. So that's going to be your challenge for this month. Be very much like a tree, right? And let the dead leaves drop. Isn't that a Rumi quote, I think? So that's your challenge this month, Gemini, to allow things to leave your life and to allow things to come in without you putting too much effort in. All right, Gemini, take care. So I've just done Gemini. Oh, I think it's Cancer next. So Cancer, what do we need to see for September? We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So this is very much in line with the collective message in the sense that new things are wanting to happen for you, Cancer, but you're going to have to let go of the old things before they can happen. There's some kind of opportunity that you're not grabbing with both hands, right? You're stepping back and you're thinking, no, I can't possibly do that. Yes, you can, Cancer, right? But it begins with your confidence. So this is a month to work on your confidence, work on increasing your confidence, and know that if something good is being offered to you, it's because you're deserving of it. Okay, Cancer? Leo. Let's have a look at Leo. What do we need to see, Leo, for the month of September? The Knight of Swords. This is fast energy, hey? So something is wanting to rush into your life right now, Leo, okay? It's either a person or an opportunity. For some of you, it's definitely a person. Somebody you may not have spoken to for a really long time is wanting to talk, right? So you may see this as something welcome or you may not. It really depends on your individual circumstances. But this is a time in which to embrace what's coming in, Leo, is what I want to say. Right? Let it come in and face it head on. Be courageous, right? You're a courageous sign. I know you can do it, Leo. Virgo. Sorry, a little bit of a cough there. What do we need to see for you, Virgo, for the month of September? And we have another Knight here, but in the reverse, Knight of Wands. This is another card about something coming in really fast, right? Especially when it's upright. But when it comes out in reverse, I'm feeling as though this is a warning to not be rash. So there are many things happening in your life, Virgo, right now. There are many new opportunities being offered to you. And you may want to grab them all and get going. I mean, it is your season after all, right? So you may be feeling very much like, give me this, give me this, give me that. Allow yourself to assess each new opportunity and allow yourself to savor each new opportunity, right? Whenever you do something new, allow yourself to enjoy it and to savor it. Don't rush through it. Allow yourself to enjoy the process. Okay, Virgo? All right, Libra. What do we need to see, Libra, for you for the month of September? Queen of Swords. You're being asked to assert your boundaries this month. You're being asked to speak up for what it is that you want, and you're being asked to communicate clearly about what it is that you want. Don't be afraid to communicate. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. This is the perfect month for you to do it. Next month, at the end of this month, next month, we're going to be moving into your season, okay? So this is the time to get things lined up in a way that works for you so that when it hits your season, you're going to be able to shine, all right? So speak up for what it is that you want and what you need, Libra, right? Scorpio. What do you need to see for you, Scorpio? Ooh. Three of Pentacles. There's an energy of collaboration here, Scorpio. So there's an energy here and a need to work with other people. So maybe you've been shying away from working with other people for the last little while. And this is saying, it's okay, you can work with others. There's no need to shy away from it, right? It's safe to work with others. You can trust others, right? I think in specifically, there's perhaps one person that you can trust who you're being called to work with in some way, whether it's a relationship or whether it's actual work, like a career. You can trust somebody else, is what I want to say, Scorpio. So allow yourself to trust this other person and allow the two of you to be able to build what it is that you need to build. Right, Scorpio, interesting one. Sagittarius, what do we need to see for you, Sagittarius? And for me, because I'm also a Sagittarius. Oh, here it is. Nine of Pentacles. Another card that's very much about abundance, like an earthly kind of abundance, harvesty energy, right? So this is the, oh God, the message came out so fast I couldn't speak it. this is the time to enjoy the fruits of your labour, Sagittarius. So there are things you have been working towards for a long time, maybe like 9 years, right? There's something about a lot of work has been put into something over the course of many, many years, I want to say. So a lot of work has been put into your development, right? A lot of work has been put into starting a family, your development as a person, your development in your career. And it may not be so obvious as you even realising that you've been putting in this work, but it's been stuff you've been doing. It's a real big accumulation. And now it's time to reap the harvest of all of these things, right? So this is really a month for you to shine a little bit, Sagittarius, to not be afraid to put yourself out there and to kind of lean into your accomplishments, is what I want to say. This is a month to lean into your accomplishments, Sagittarius, and to enjoy the fruits of your labour. Right. Capricorn. I hope I haven't forgotten anybody. What do we need to see for you, Capricorn? Here we go. We have the Death card in reverse. So the Death card is all about change, right? Upright, this change is welcome. This change is met. This change is met head on and accepted. There is a resistance to change here, very much again in line with the collective energy. So all I can say to you, Capricorn, is the less resistance, the better. I'm hearing the phrase resistance is futile, but that's a bit harsh, right? But death, comes to us all, not to be morbid, but it does, it comes to us all. And in that same way, change comes to us all. So there's no point in fighting against it, right? So try and find your flow with that change, Capricorn. Try and allow yourself to accept the changes that are coming, because that's going to make it easier, all right? Good luck with that, Capricorn. Aquarius. What do we need to see for you, Aquarius? Here's your card. For the month of September, we have the moon. So I feel as though you're going to be able to work with the moon really well this month, okay? So I can't think when the full moon is coming up, but we've just had the new moon. When the full moon comes up, I feel like you're going to gather more information, have more illumination about things in your life that you need that on. Okay, so I do feel like you're going to see a lot of changes over the next 2 weeks, and then a month, and then 6 weeks, and then 2 months, okay? Expect things to shift in line with the moon, Aquarius. So if you're somebody that follows the moon cycles, then that gives you a heads up. If you want to start following the moon cycles, that will also help you navigate the next few months of your life, I think. Okay, so work with the moon. All right, Aquarius? Pisces. I'm getting a bit tired now. Let me take a sip before I do you, Pisces. Save the best till last, have I? Pisces. What do we need to see for you for September? Wow. 2 fell out, I think, so I'm going to look at the 2. Bear with me. Well, no, actually 4 turned out, so I'm not looking at all 4 because that's just too much, but there was one that fell out the right way around. And I feel this is the one for you, Pisces. You have the Ace of Cups. Beautiful card. It's about new love. It's about love being offered. It's about creativity. It's definitely about a lovely, heartfelt opportunity being offered to you. But oftentimes when the Ace of Cups comes up for me, it's also about a release. So you may find yourself crying a lot this month, but not in a bad way. Tears really do promote a lot of healing and a lot of release for us. And I feel that that's where you're going to be at, where you're going to be letting go of some things that you've wanted to let go of or thought you've let go of. And this month really helps expedite that process, if that's the right word, where you let go of some things that you've been wanting to let go of for a really long time. And with that comes a welcome release and relief, which may prompt some tears, but know that they're cleansing and healing tears. All right, Pisces? Okay, everyone. That's it from me for this month. I should see you on another video again soon. I'm not sure what videos I'm going to be putting out this month. I haven't decided if I'm going to be doing dailies or if I'm going to do weeklies. I haven't decided that much because I've been having my nice little break, but kicked things off with this September video, which I hope you've really enjoyed. And I will be back with some video relatively soon. And I'll see you then. Thank you if you've watched the whole video, if you've made it this far. All right, take care. Bye.